Wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today, at Red Mantis Falls, I collected a sap from the nearby palm trees. If I placed the coconut shells and stored in a few bells' time, makes for fine wine. See, it should be ready now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he moved on with his life. Hope to one day do the same. No leopard killing for me, apparently. I think that's a quest you did before. Gobo. Gobo, gobo, gobo. Palm wine. Palm wine. Should be better hopping bunny. Wine. Palm wine. It's been some time now, Ev. What news do you have of Jest? Ah, yes. I did recall he had some knowledge of winemaking. Simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We're not so different, Jest and I. 2 men have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he's been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it's past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Naive. At level 40, okay. Increased action damage too. And the gods, Naive, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've discovered extraordinary about Jest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut leaf shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and an odor colour. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of the Bacchus for grapevine. You know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. You must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. When I was 17, it was a very good year. And remember, neither these lyrics nor the Homer Simpson lyrics to that song. I shall stop. I stayed up listening to Queen. I drank some very good beer. Wasn't it? That I purchased with a fake ID. My name was Brian McGee. Stayed up listening to Queen when I was 17. Of course, that was the first time Homer was 17. Homer's been 17 like 3 times now. Because they keep changing his backstory. Down there, okay. Oh, what's this? Ah! Okay, well I should do that while I'm there, shouldn't I? You almost missed that. Okay, cat. It wasn't all for naught at all. Boo boo boo. I even want the map bigger. Destination. Wait. Who told you you could wander, souls? I absolutely nuked these guys. Melody sung by the bards does a thingy. Okay, I'm ready to hand that back in, I guess. Oh, I'll hand that in when I'm close to level 35. Level main quest line, I mean. It does help the pacing considerably. They cut out all these quests, though. I won't lie. Like, I get that having each person you meet give you a bunch of quests sort of does make sense, in that you're gaining their trust, but... Oh, hello again. What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from the vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others. You may have to defend yourself. Destination. Shizmu. It's playing the song of our people. And actually use these abilities before I re-trigger them, if that makes any sense. I'm liking my ability to absolutely goddamn nuke these things now. I mean, I appreciate that I am extremely overleveled. Well, not extremely, but you know what I mean. Quite overleveled. Hang on, are you a teleportable distance? Yes. Well. Then I shall teleport. So I keep turning my face off. What did Drest have to say, Naive? Tell me everything. There you go. Ha ha ha! I was right. The smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grip, fine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could... I'm a bunny. 12 was my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? For what? You would offer this to me, but why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Burgland. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear, every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamouring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't. Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus. But it's impossible. This vintage has not been since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection for years. I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. That was my light source, wasn't it? But now I realise it was never meant for me. should be savoured by the savours of Wineport, I say. Made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gigeru will find no finer wine. You have a forever changed Wineport, Naive. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. I have to keep these boots. How do we make notes on such things? But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Miqo'te. Yes. Well, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have the faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Come to the banquet. Just infantry. Give me infantry boots with like pink laces on. Wish you could make notes. Anyway, I was just curious about. Finally, back to Costa del Sol. The faff is over. Okay. I mean, I'm not. I guess I don't like myself. I like the back of the thing, but it seems to be doing fine right now. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? Is that 7 hells? It's 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Live. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, the associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her the banquet is about to begin. Yeah, Goopy Sparkling! Yeah, goddamn deserve a pet after that. You should talk now. The picture. She's concerned for my well-being. With the look of a woman who's been to 7th hell and back. That's a guess. Should be expected to supply the victuals for the banquet held in her honour. And while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I would have accepted my lot with less grace. Yeah, I can just nod and shake my head sometimes. Look at that shark. Lady Ishtola! Lady Altarian! A thousand pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I been known, I never would have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. It's a funny dive he did. Come now. She must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I'd send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment. None like me. Naive has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you'd be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, aye, fair's fair. There's no hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters before the company of heroes disbanded. We each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps would be weighed and measured not by their reputation but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. If one has found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. If she proved herself worthy, we swore we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of foe against whom they would have no hope of victory, worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. It is why five of you deigned to test Naive with such a commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that much is certain. He willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it would cost her her life. Oh yes, she's a brave one, that much is certain. She has willingly walked into the midst of a danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skills are undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days only care for fortune and glory. Naive, however, is kind and generous soul, and I'm certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Tra! Wily Uplander is talented plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We five of the... do these guys actually do anything in the game after this? Because I totally get to have this scene here. They all need to test, so therefore you need to keep enough quests for that to make sense. But do they ever do anything ever again? We five heroes, five of the company of heroes hereby judge you worthy challenger, cast down the Lord of Crags naive Altarian, write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Bunny lady. With the formalities out the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers and pour the wine. Eat, drink and be merry, my friends. Today, we celebrate the new legend, Naive Altarian, Titan's Bane. Yay! Woo! Quest accepted. What? Congratulations, sweet Link. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. What? How do I... Oh, there's the feast. Yeah, it's alright, you know. It's no pot noodle. But... Tasting the exotic I like the music. Tell exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. The brief transcendent moment you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehending its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Yeah, it's alright. It's good. Have more of the feast, please. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa, Laminsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond this chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them and they will fight for you. Remember, no great victory was ever achieved alone. Pashka! Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman, who clever fighting think. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, Naive, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landalel sends his regards. Excuse me. You are a veteran of countless battles, Naive. This is but one more. Trust in your experience, and you will prevail. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. You are kind to indulge them, Naive. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. Do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration, though they have all but pronounced you the victor. The battle with the Titan is yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. I'm a bunny lady. Quest complete. Right. Okay. Yeah, I can have a 6-hour video. You must be eager to face Titan as promised. We'll show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lanosia. There we will meet with Vial, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that the knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you've given the correct signal. You've got to do the YMCA dance. Nobody ever sees that coming. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it's more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Right. I will be right back. Oh no, I've not been there. Oh no. Right, let us ride. Yes, I didn't think I'd be getting to Titan in this stream, otherwise I would have named the stream afterwards, after him. Not really an issue for videos, of course, but I guess it's not bad. Not a massive issue. Can't see Crags right now. This is a cool place. Oh, hang on. It's fortuitous. Oh. Where's the next part of this quest? I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Pretty shabby. Yeah. They just put far too much effort into fighting you. Don't press that button before you use those. Oh, hang on, I didn't see you. Pretty territorial, these raptors. Oh, there's another one. I thought I was hurt then. Takes a while to open this casket. I got interrupted. For fuck's sake. Okay. Paralysis is over. That's a very fiddly casket. Oh, hang on, I've got a pet, don't I? I got some coin purse. And the treasure, cool. Herb Sproutling. Kiss access. Well, I probably should have had that. Oh, it's a treasure thing. Cool. Remove a time sworn map from its glass prison and unlock its mysteries. Cool. Not really a thing I've really played with, but I know Warcraft is a sort of similar thing. A very shaky bird for a brief second there. Level 40 is good. Can I get to level 50 in 4 days? Yeah. Yeah, I can, but can I get to quest level 50? That's different. That would be excellent. It's nice because now we're at the point where I'm less familiar. I've done it once, but only once. I just imagine how boring it must be to be that guy, just waiting there for 3 whistles. Jail's on the toilet. Glad they're close to each other, these locations. Did I tune? Can't remember if I did, so I'm going to make sure I did. Okay. Up here. Bunch of people having a conversation. Oh yeah. Got a pet out. Let's get a different pet out. A spatling. Greetings, lass. Might you be the one the captain said word would come calling? I thought so. Pay attention now, because I ain't explaining myself twice. The Lord of Crags. Real is waiting for you to give him your undivided attention. Years ago, when we were weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across Beastman E13, see? Eh, what's that look for? Not familiar with them? He speaks of an unamplified aetherite which has been claimed by a beast tribe, lest you wonder. There's no fundamental difference between such aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Knive. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlene lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. Tunnels beneath Umgomero form a bewildering labyrinth no outsiders ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Ha! Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. Kobolds always digging new tunnels and filling in the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you've got yourself dozens, tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and that's got us thinking. I mean, Umgomero mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around a city that big would be a right pain in the ass if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have had one, didn't it? I'm all over the place with that accent. Even if there were Aetheryte shards in the depths of Umgomero, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the life stream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had the Charlian bloke to help us see, deliver us right into the Titan's bedchamber he did. I don't rightly know how I did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlian scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Huh. Locating a beacon in the absence of the known signature might be possible if the Ethernet's question happened to be... Ah, yes, but in order to guide travellers to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I'm worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run, take a closer look at the Aetherite. It ain't far, though. There's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. Right, what are the Crags? Hunter Scholar. I must get that knowledge. Not even bronze. Look at it. It's blue. Green. Two colours that certainly aren't bronze. Look at these big bad mamma jammers. How are you going so fast on your Chocobo? Ooh. Is this the crystal? I shall tune. Don't mind me. Defend me, Chocobo! Haha! I did! Blue. So this is the Aetherite Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its present state, this Aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may be, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you have to proceed without me, Naive. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it will be possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetherite's signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Till such time as I do, you will be on your own. I'm a rabbit lady. Now let us see if I'm worth my salt. I've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. The navel is now available. Check out this kobold. Step back so I don't find him more. Ooh. Naval, level 34. There must be a level 34 quest, right? Means we're ready for Khan as well. Cool. There are two parties recruiting. Apparently. 7 minutes. What to do in that 7 minutes? Well, we have this quest to hand in, so I guess we do that at least. It is 2 AM. It might be too late for parties, but we'll see. been quite lucky so far. How long everything's taken. Our luck is bound to run out at some point. Welcome back, Naive. In your heart, in your eyes, I see a layer of understanding, of regret, of futility, and in your heart, it now echoes with the strains of an old song, newly discovered. Embrace this song, and as you play it in battle, it shall ever be more powerful. Emotions beset and temper your soul, and your stock of tales has grown. Pray return and regale me with your stories of your adventures. Okay, so what does it do? Removes one select detrimental effect from self or target party member. The target is not enfeebled. Barriers created nullifying the target's next detrimental effect. That's a weird power. Okay. Debuff. Ooh. Okay, it's up there, and that's a rubbish place to put it. Actually, no, it makes a lot of sense. Okay. It's a debuff. So it should be with head grace. And arm's length. Yeah, some of these are in silly places. Let's put that there. Oops. Put this there. That there. Why did I put that up there? Having a think. I might want to put my other attacks. Why can't I access my things? To this. There. The ones that are infrequent, maybe I want to put up there. Yeah, and I might want to just have aggressive attacks here. It's going to become harder and harder to remember where everything is. Foot graze and leg graze is such a weird parallel as well. Okay. We are waiting while we think. We've got another quest we can pick up. And we get this on. Yeah, this is where it becomes a bit weird where you're like, well, I don't know which spell to use. I'll have to do research. But I will have time eventually. It is good to see a return, Hive, and more seasons still for your time in this world. Call me the spoony bard. Yeah, I see what we did there. But as a man in the winter of his years, it gives me great joy to observe an adventurer in the spring of hers. This is not time for recollection, but it was spring day when a bard first came to my hometown. He played the most sorrowful chords, even as his words tantalized the ears like the breath of one's first love. Many a maiden's heart was stolen during his visit, doubtless more besides. Naive, would you believe that common bards too are born of archers? This may seem far-fetched upon first hearing, but it isn't so far a stretch. Ask yourself this: what becomes of soldiers when conflict gives way to peacetime? Some have lives that they might return to, aye. Some of them become vineyards. Most must needs take up a new trade, make ends meet. Well, it just so happened many who had bent the bow took to strumming the harp. They wandered the realm, singing passionately and earnestly of the war that they'd seen with their own eyes, sweet victories and bitter defeats, sacrifice and cowardice. The song so captured the imagination of the people, nary a day passed that the bard was not called to perform, be it in a humble tavern or some great lord's hall. Alas, their popularity proved their downfall. Intoxicated by attentions of the masses, the bards took to embellishing their songs in a bid to outdo one another. Over time each song was shorn of verity, till the bard's repertoire contained not one shred of truth. By now you will know that such songs have no purchase upon men's hearts. Certainly, a border tune may set off fits of laughter in a sailor, and a sorrowful ballad summon tears from the eyes of soft-hearted maiden. But these are but pale shadows of what songs can achieve. For a blessing, they did not escape the notice of the Mughals. As great patrons of the arts, they feared the true power of song might be lost to mankind. So it was that they laboured to gather and safeguard those crystals known as souls of bard, that they might bestow upon worthy men and women. Now, well as I know you relish listening to my sermons, I dare say it's past the time we moved on to the practical side of the lesson. I know I have mentioned this previously, but tell me, are you perchance familiar with the ballad of the Vainglorious Fool? Yeah, I've heard of it actually. Yeah, I believe somebody mentioned it. Nay? Well, that won't do at all. We must remedy this post-haste. The song recounts the massacre of Griffin Crossing, battle that took place decades past, wherein countless Gridanian lives came to premature end. But do forgive me. I seem to have mistaken the proper order of things. Before I begin, I must be convinced that the point of this tale will not be lost upon you. Elsewise, I would have wasted my breath in the telling of it. Now heed these instructions. You must make your way to Wellock Wood, where resides a mated pair of old goats that have but recently lost a kid. The pair have been driven mad with grief, and only death will put an end to their uncontrolled rampages. Linger in their territory until you encounter the beasts, and let fly your arrows of mercy. You liberate them from their sorrow, so too shall your soul resonate with the echoes of poignant melody. Want me to murder some side goats? I sure want to murder some side goats. Right. Everything on my right trigger should be an immediate aggressive action, I think. And double should be a supporting, like an aggressive action that takes longer to do. That way I don't accidentally click it as well. Let's quickly put these over here. So I might... have space, you know. So Raging Strikes is certainly a good candidate for over there, because it takes 80 seconds. Wind Bite. I'm not sure about Wind Bite. No, just do Wind Bite and thingy. We'll put Barrage. Oh fuck, no, I didn't want to do that. Okay. And this song, put the song underneath. Then and put this there, this there, and then we have to decide what we want to do with because arguably the counter should be within reach. this spell? What? It seems silly not to have those three filled out, but I guess they will fill out eventually. Yeah. These are the ones that I probably want to spam. Why I've got them here. These are the ones I hit whenever they come up. Okay. I guess I might want to do my hunter's log, to be honest. Bramble Patch, East Shroud. Where is it? Yeah, we've passed the average wait time. Here is the Bramble Patch. Up there. Why did it reset? Okay, I don't want it to reset. Song's still playing though, so. Why turn that off? Why do I actually have the rain? Or does it just count it regardless? Okay, that would make it absolutely rubbish. So yeah, those two on the right are there because I don't want to press them accidentally. Arguably the other three could probably be back down here. What's next on the log? Digger. Bramble patch. A dune person. No. Stop jumping at me. Nothing told me you'd do that. Alright, that's done. Next. Chasm, Buzzard, Willockwood. I do keep talking about Willockwood. Dunland Willockwood. Well, apparently that's where I'm supposed to go for another quest, so... Apparently the fates would have is do a bard quest. A little bit earlier than I was planning on doing it, but quite a lot earlier considering. That's a level 40 quest, right? Yeah. But it looks like this party might not happen tonight. That I should perhaps take a break. In which case, there's no harm in me doing this, you know, like this quest now, I guess. Anyway, like I still have to. I'm not sure if I want to do the level 40 quest because we're going to be queuing up for other dungeons as well. But I certainly should be doing this list because otherwise I'll miss out creatures that I pass. I didn't consider that we're past 30 at that point. What are we looking for in Willockwood? Oh, never mind, we got lucky. Probably going to teleport us away now that I think about it. We still don't actually need to do this, but... Now, I remember this being slightly tricksy with what it does with the edges. Look, an overdweller. Yes, yes. Invaded from above. She uses E13 against us. He has defied Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear her not. Her fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall first face judgment, then Lincer to Mincer, Oathbreakers, liars, betrayers, Oathbreakers. Our great father, Lord of the Crags, Titan, we summon you. Oh, the music. Ooh, hello, Miqo'te. I would have tried my acting better if I knew there was someone watching. I'm gonna fight the Lord of Crags, Titan. I might die. How are you? The rocky road we walk down. Here he come, the Lord of Crags, Titan is come. They're squeaky voices you can hear. Overdweller, art thou deaf? to their weeping. Thy vile kind coveteth ever the blessing of the land, murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Godless overdweller, thy myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. Upon thee I shall wreak a terrible vengeance. Look at these guns! Right, I'm back. Oh, I have a lot of buttons pressed. Let's sing the song of my people. I'm going to pay attention to what the other people are doing because he's going to do a weird thing and I've forgotten. We stand like there, right? Yeah, okay. It's an interesting mechanic, to say the least. Let's not stand there. Let's get out of the way of that. And we have to stand as close to the edge as possible, but not on the edge, because it's going to fall off. Yeah, Geo Crush. That's the one. I get it now. The first time, I did not. Let's shoot the Titan's heart, which is apparently a thing I can aim for. Am I frozen? Oh, I've been put into rock. Ooh. I will read that properly in a second. But ooh. Done a big jump. Can't see what I'm supposed to do. I'm vulnerable. Yeah, I appear to be able to attack him again. Let's sing the song of my people. Gonna get out of there, the wobbly wobbly. Not guaranteed that will kill him. It's quite scary. And he's going to put me in rock again, isn't he? I'm glad it's me, because like, I've not been paying attention to other people in rocks. It seemed I'm in a granite jail. Awesome. I have to figure out what to get Luke for his birthday myself. I'll have to have a think. Yes. Lord of Crags, great father, Titan is fallen. Yes. I'll have to visit him soon as well then. I'll use that as an excuse to go visit him. Because I've got to see his kitten, right? Picked up a rock crystal. What is that? Our fourth elemental crystal. Cool. Don't get gifts very often. I'm not used to how to react. The crimes of the Overdweller shall never be forgiven. Never be forgiven. No, no, never. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We only acted in defence of our lands. Cease your aggression or never will there be peace. Till our dying breaths we shall defy you to deny, to cry, defy. Empire. Now, these are readings one would expect of an icon. I've seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Ridderton. My curiosity, as you would so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in a blink of an eye. Why, if there is truth to these legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may be well true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Right, the white man does not get on with the red man. Fool. And now she is a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Far though you may have come, your work is far from done. And naught remains to mark his passing. Well, the Asians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I've taken measures to ensure that we're not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the E13 Zelma's Run, or Narsd in the middle of doing something, and we will rendezvous at the Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? No. No, I look like I'm saying yes, but it's a no. See my boots? These are like official army boots with pink laces in the back. Actually, what are they called? Infantry thigh boots. This seems official to me. Very stylish infantry. Do we not get loot? Yeah, this wasn't where I was a second ago. Alright, we'll continue the quest, but I'm going to have to do those hunts soon anyway, because we're doing level 30 plus quests, aren't we? We're going to be in completely different areas. But, I mean, we'll be queuing up. It is 2:30, which is a good time if you have bad teeth. But a bad time if you also have bad teeth. But for different reasons. What? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to intrude. I'm relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. I'll take some high potion. I'll begin both. All good things. I'm here, they must come to an end. 34. The word will already have reached Maelstrom Command. Protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honour is rightfully yours, Naev. Once again, I must commend you on the job well done. We shall speak again soon. Aft Castle. To the Aft Castle we go. Don't recognise the song. Sounds modern. I have an instrument now. Of course. I go into my character. Oh, I go into... Where was it? Actions and traits. Yes, of course. We have performance. You can play the oboe if you want. But like... I don't know how they're doing complex songs though. Oh, whatever. I'll just look up later. I'll look it up later. Yeah, people do really complex stuff with this. Mute other performers. Oh, like an actual person who's good at playing. Haha! That's very good. Let's clap him. How's he strumming? Let's clap. There's a person who knows what they're doing. Oh, hang on. Give me a promotion. Confirm. Yay! Right, Storm Private Sec class. Give me another promotion. I need more seals. Another bunny lady. Get away from me. Ooh, I'll get that bow soon enough. It's got a future bow from the future. It's good to see you, Private Altarian. Second class, though. Not third. Whether your triumph reached me some while ago, I'm pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit, now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of warriors' light less keenly. There can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order of our heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have the Scion in our ranks. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the Scions of the 7th Dawn. Till next time, Private. Crystal ears are up there. No, because she's a rabbit. Now, if this has been Philia, Ishtola has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Ishtola emerged from Umgomero unscathed, while Tatara and the others seemed as glad as what they did. As if... What? They're so proud it's like they did it themselves. You can look forward to the hero's welcome. We're waiting your word, a return at the Waking Sands. Much to discuss. Godspeed. There's a quest here. What are you? Like civilized men and women. Maelstrom. What's this? I don't know, but let's take it. Can I go for another hour? I'm not very tired, but it's also 3 AM. Bunny lady. That's not an ugly duckling, that's a swan. I amuse myself. Oh no! Yeah, this is like playing this going, fucking hell, the plot kicked in. You spend so much doing the Company of Heroes, and then Titan's quite good, right? And Titan happens really quickly once you get there. And that's Sephiroth music. No, Neuratia. I was sure Neuratia would come back to life. Like, I was like, oh, that's why we're giving him a body, because... Oh no, Neuratia's not dead. This one is glad. Walking one is safe. This is the best scene. Seeing somebody roundhouse kick a plant.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed.
Oh, it's just pronounced Godspeed, okay. I hate her dress so much.
Thank heaven she is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further.
We
Mr.
have
Bullet.
come for the one who slayed E13 and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
What? That must have happened like 2 minutes ago. You couldn't have waited like 5 minutes for me to have to get there.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the supreme desire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
I knew it was coming and it's still funny.
No!
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once.
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps.
Uh-oh. Only kill the ones that don't have names.
We must away.
And the plant, of course.
Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream.
Oh, she gets a fun voice.
I said enough. We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Walking one, Minfilia asked this one to, in case Walking One returned, this one was to say, at just Eastern Dunlan, Walking One must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect a Walking One, Minfilia, from Imperial ones. Give this one save. Barely knew you, sadly, face plant. Barely knew. iPhone. What time is it? The other reason is it's good to end here because we're literally just ending a big plot. Titan. We've done a lot. Also, level 34 quest. Not even a level 35. Maybe if we go there it'll turn to level 35. That would be really nice. Iliad. There's something troubling you, my child. The look of one who has endured great suffering. Anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. Wild roses are dead, father. I know not what to do. Wild roses. I see. May speak freely here. We're all friends of the Scions. How? How could this have happened? You are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Yes. Short Stack and the Librarian was there as well. Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here as long as you wish. It's the least I could do for a friend of Minfilia's. I've known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her. I will gladly offer the self-same service for brother and sister Scions. Please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Max, you come here for a moment. Yes, father. So at this point, the first time I was playing, I forgot there was a quest line about Sid. Like, oh, Sid's missing. I think they don't actually say the word Sid. But I'm like, oh, is this Sid? Because I can see his goggles. It must be Sid. It must be Sid. Sid. Like, I didn't realise they'd even set it up. But obviously, presumably, Sid was in the first game, so everyone recognised him anyway who knew him. If you require assistance, pray speak to Max. Like, I even got sent messages to my friend going, I think this is Sid. And he's like, don't care. He's a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. Should explain, Max is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Last, his experience took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Max, I want you to look after Naev. Do you understand? Yes, father. use. Oh, wait. Level 35. There we go. And we get a coffer. Coffee. That's pretty good. Can't take it with you. Alright, let's have a level 35 quest. Excuse me, Naive. Do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horloge, which was found in the pocket of the man brought here for burial. There's something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to the Camp Drybone in my stead, obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. I think you have to literally do that. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. I should cover it. A ballpoint chisel, you say? A pair of nose pincers. Those things don't come cheap, you know. That's balls. I mean, yes. Sounds balls. There should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. I think you can just buy them from, like, literally anywhere. Hang on, oh yeah, they're still up there. Dogs go to hell? Have you bought the tools I requested? Yep. Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensation that stirs within remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, so I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Naive, this was a mistake. Please give the horologe to Sister Elund. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. Yeah, I'm sensing cut quests. Because, yeah, there's, like, no context for what's going on right now. Good morrow to you, madam. Come to repay your respects to this man? Yeah, it is the horologe. Never before have I seen such a queer device. It said measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald, given to understand that cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Mark said they belonged to the deceased. Oh dear. I don't suppose the owner might have been a Garlean spy. It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. Mayhap more importantly, how did Marks manage to repair this device? I knew he had talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching groves. Yes, the weapon. So much paint. Ooh. No, I did that. Nope, not as good as our long stop bow. Really? Bring out the dead. I recognize you now, Naive. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the waking sands, prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand, but taking part might help you find closure. Can we get to level 36? Eh, you don't look like one of those church fellas. Not that I turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. Be careful, you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. Be thankful even. Those nice stuff of nightmares. I tell you, goddamn Imperials. Patui. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks. I'm sure hells don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. There, I ain't seen you around here before. Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. In a road, there's a carriage. Have to haul the bodies to the lich yard, up at the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up. Seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folks are starting to turn. Yeah, at the time I was like, look, they specifically leave this body. It's a plant, you just put it in the ground and it will come back. Ah. Let's go to the wrong place. I'm wasting time. Okay, did I go in when I didn't need to? I did. Goodness, I've got Gooboo with me. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Like they'll complain if you're rough. Oh, ain't you a strong one? 4 in 1 trip? Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then? I mean, I am strong. And the sylph. Use my chocobo. That pad chocobo over there. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. Should be all of them, thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work is done here. Bones, them bones. Them dry bones. King to 13. He's a local king. Yes. Oh, I know we're doing Sid quests, and of course we have Ruda. We need Sid Volgaruda, and we need to do the entire those quests. But I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that, doing so, you found some small measure of peace. First character from Vesper arrived not long ago. We have begun preparing your comrades for burial at a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect, do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Bit of spectacles. Burying me not on a lone prairie. Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there's one of whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the serfs of Little Solace. It's only proper that she be given to the care of her friends and family, that they may mourn her in accordance with Serfic traditions. Hawthorne. Jumping about all over the goddamn place. Guess we don't need these 11 tickets anymore. Ooh, when did you send that message? I've been told 40 days. I think it's the not next month. What day is it today? Oh, yeah, next month, about the 4th. 34 days, something like that. So yeah, it's a massive shame. I didn't want to go back. But I only have to go into the office 3 days a week. Nah. I'll try and get away with negotiating it too. I don't think it's going to happen there. Musho, this one is surprised to see walking one in Little Solace. How can these ones assist walking one? There you go, there's a corpse. Noraxia, but this one does not understand. Musho, this one was heard so much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace. But why? These ones have not requested further aid. Horatia, how did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. Yeah, you know, like, I would have loved 3 days. Like, you know, 2 days off a week. You know, before I had a year off. I mean, I've been working all this time, just from home. But I like working from home. You know, I've got insomnia, so it means, like, I can just get up at, like, 2 minutes before the workday starts. Then I have to cycle to work, which means, you know, washing and getting ready and stuff. It's a lot more wasted time. But, you know what? Like, it's still quite convenient. I 15-minute cycle, 10 minutes, it's quite close. I can't complain at all. No, not only Noratia, but many Walking One's friends were lost as well. Noratia went to Thunderland at the best of this one. Walking Ones were with Noratia at the end. Tell this one that Noratia was brave. Tell this one that Noratia did not suffer. I mean, it was just a roundhouse kick. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Noratia home, Walking One. These ones would also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones that these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Noratia's death. Be for naught, these ones will fight. A lot of teleporting for this questline. Okay. Right. going to be winding down in at latest 30 minutes. We'll see how I feel. Because I don't want the recording to be 30 more than 6 hours long. We'll start. We thank you for your service to the church and the sylphs. You may be pleased to know that in your absence we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Naive. Level 41. Ginger Pit. We get a wayward hatchling. Good bird. Eyes on me. Put your... What's it? Put your fucking hands up. Marx believes he's being watched. I'm not imagining it, Naive. I know I'm being watched. This is different, sinister. It's as if I'm under observation. Feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when I last ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It will only take a moment. Okay, yeah, we have to do the entire of medieval France before we get to Garuda, don't we? And I don't remember when we fight. Obviously, the very last thing we do is we go and fight, but I don't know if we pre-fight. No, I guess we don't before we change destination. Yes! Like, I'm not super confident about going back into general society yet, to be honest. Apparently, because there's people in our office, I know all the, I think it's the programmers and the support staff. They have an extra month. But I guess it's because people are being brought in different weeks. And so, most of my group, I probably don't have a choice in the matter. But, my office is pretty nice about, like, not rushing things. If it does get worse before then, I'm sure they won't force us back. But, yeah. I like the noise that chocobo makes. I will have my second vaccination in about 10 days. I could have hurried it up, but I didn't want to change its location, and I don't go out, so in that 14 days, I mean, I'll just be going to like Tesco's a couple of times with a mask on, so. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. You know what? I was so distracted I didn't even notice I was attacked. I knew it. He was watching me. Why was he watching me? Why did he want... What did he want from me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? And I could have asked him. Or did you not want me to kill him? I need to think. Please, allow me a moment alone. Wait. Father Iliad must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Heavens forfend that such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? Yeah, he's an Imperial shortsword. This is Garlean steel. Means the man must have been watching Marx was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before the Imperials come. Okay, I'm not changing my boots. Hands down and pray for me. An elf!
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
So yeah, because they cut a bunch of quests. This comes immediately after the fall of the Scions. But I'm sure the first time round there would have been a bunch of things and it would have made sense.
And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
So yeah, there was a bunch of church quests and Cid quests and all sorts of things.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano.
Really, it is Scrooge McDuck. You should have told me this. I could have done his accent. I can't do Scrooge McDuck's accent. What am I talking about?
I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Actually, what? I don't know what the hell that accent is.
Wait,
True.
Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here, these belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right.
What a weird accent. He's sort of half Scottish and half something else.
Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life.
Yeah, what a weird voice.
But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Here, a hammer. Hammer in the morning.
who are you?
Alfino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the Scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled.
Well, that's handy.
If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary.
Yes, which means we have to spend 10 levels in bloody medieval France.
And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Cid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Cid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Come, let us put an end to the Primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
Right. Lots of nodding at each other.
They need my airship. They need me.
Quest complete. Land speed in Eastern Thunderlands been. I thought something passed me on their mount. 36, awesome. A new belt. Oh, a new belt. Oh, what a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be within our church. No, I can't do Scottish accent. What am I thinking? Dune. Scrooge Mc... No, I can't do it. I'd have to practice. And now is not the time. Devise imagination. Beg your pardon, Naive. You wish to find his airship, yes. Now I'd not know how much truth there is to it. There is a tale known as Duck Tales, the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the Calamity. Much like the great Gubu's Wall of Ulder, it states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Kurthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the northern shroud, likely over the full god float, closest settlements to Kurthus. Mayhap the Serpent stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time. I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid Naive. The Full Guard. So yes, I can say the word Tlu. And that's it. That's literally the only word I can say in Scottish. Scotland. Say the vague words. And it's when I say Scottish, I mean like Willa Scotland, Scottish, rather than actual Scottish. Is that what I can assist you, miss? The Enterprise. You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes. Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago. Slowly bound for Kurthus. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak to Fortefort and Florentine Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure of what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Should you locate the ship, you would not need to man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it. I hear tell the machinery is fiendishly complex. That guy had another life as a radio operator. Right, Kurthus seems like a really good time to stop playing as well. Blimey. That sounds terrifying. You've come in search for Vorderfort. Then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I've served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Kurthus. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. Give me your belt. Get the belt. Belt. I didn't even change my appearance. We're going to be changing, going back to that shirt again. 'Twas on the eve of the Battle of Gardno, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone one night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy on the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I've ever seen spits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. The Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the Calamity. I'd wager it's still somewhere in Kurthus. The astrologians of the Observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them, you'd need to deal with the Ishgardians, control the region. Wouldn't expect much, though. The High Houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates. Even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the Observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. So, yes. New location, level 36. I think that is a good place. Park. Say farewell. Thank you for joining me. Or specifically, Miqo'te, because you're here right now. But of course, to all the lurkers and all the archaeologists who may turn up in future times. I've been John Proxy. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14. Realm Reborn. It's been an adventure. I call it the live stream edition because I don't know, I have to give it a name. It's been like the third or fourth time I've uploaded this. But this is the furthest I've ever got live, at the very least. Well, the only time I've ever played this live. This is the furthest recorded version of me playing. There we go, this Ludovoy. I assume we pronounce those X's the French way because we are basically in medieval France right now. Medieval Europe. Sort of the theme of this place. Let's find ourselves some shelter. Don't want to stay out in the cold. There we go, lovely. Can we sit down? That would be nice. No, we can't. We'll prop ourselves to the fire. There we go. Have ourselves a sit down. There must be a sit. We'll kneel. No, we can't kneel for like a day. We're foolish. Maybe we will kneel. Maybe kneel's the closest I have. Really? John, you're ending the stream. I think you have to pay for more emotes. Fine, kneel it shall be. Right. Oh well, thank you for watching. Go on, let me out quicker. Yes.